Welcome back into the Ohio MMA podcast. I am your host, David McKinney. Joining me today is Koby Carr-Pierce, fresh off of a victory at BCM Promotions Fight Night 16. Thanks. First off, congratulations on the win, man, and thanks for joining me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I did want to say we we actually recorded an episode a couple of weeks or a couple of months ago, and unfortunately, I messed up the audio. So thanks for coming back on, man, and being flexible with me.
Yeah, no problem. I think it was because of the rain. I know it was like raining on
Yeah,
when I was. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were on your way to the gym or coming from the gym, and it
Yep,
was
I was
just a
on the way there.
nasty, crazy day. But man, so you're coming off the win at BCM. You main evented for the first time. What's it like to get your first title in a main event, big fight card? I watched the event. I wasn't there, but it looked like there was a ton of people there. But how's it feel coming off the big victory this past weekend?
It feels great, man. Yeah, I mean, it was the night of my life. um, I I believe there was gonna be a pro fight, and that fell off. So then they went ahead and just bumped me up to main event. So I mean, hey, even better, right? Got the belt and finished with the big fight of the show. So
Yeah, it was an awesome back and forth fight. You took out Elijah Davis, who was kind of a late replacement, and he was coming in off of a ridiculous knockout win in his last fight. But you were able to get the fight to the ground, and man, you were constantly looking for submissions the entire
yeah,
9 minutes of the fight. I thought early on in that, I think it was the end of the first round, you almost had a knee bar that looked almost exactly like the one that you had in your last fight. Take me through the fight, man. How did it go? Were you expecting it to go the distance? And I know you were definitely wanting to get it on the ground as you showed for all three rounds.
yeah. So yeah, man. I was supposed to fight Juwan Goings, but he pulled out, and we was looking for a fight, and we found Elijah. He was this big bad dude. Um, like you said, he was coming off of that knockout win, and he beat a lot of the Ohio boys. I mean, he was pretty tough. So I told my coach, yeah, if you think I'm ready, let's do it. And he thought I was ready. And for people that don't, I'm sure everybody knows, I'm a grappler, but I also compete a lot in grappling. So I just recently got my purple belt. So that was pretty big. But yeah. So first round, I didn't want to shy away from striking with him. I think I hit him with a good straight right, and then I want to say he fired back on me and caught me with something, and then I remember he kind of was backing me up, and I like threw a jab, and then I just timed a good takedown. Yeah, dude. I mean, I put him through it with trying to get him in them submissions. Uh,
Yeah,
he I mean he did some good stuff. I mean he was throwing a good ground and pound. Uh, I mean what else could he do to get out? You know what I mean?
yeah,
Uh, a lot of the punches was kind of bouncing off my elbows and my arms. Some shots were getting through, but really nothing too crazy. I kind of felt like that's kind of all he really had throughout the fight was just little ground and pound moments. Um, I believe I controlled most of the fight, and then I mean the third round I think said it all. I ended on top with a Fury. Um, Jumped up, he was still down, so I think it was a great way to end the fight as well.
yeah. It was a really entertaining fight. The guys who were doing commentary thought that it was a close fight. I didn't think it was particularly close. I thought I know you won a unanimous decision, but it looked like you to me. I thought you won all three rounds pretty clearly, but I was glad to see that the judges agreed. So I don't know if you saw the rankings updated. Now you are the number one ranked amateur bantamweight in the state of Ohio, BCM champ. Is that something that you look at ranking stuff like that? And now that you're on top and you're the champ, kind of what's next for you?
Yeah, who don't look at the rankings and stuff, right? Uh, I think yeah, it's cool, man. You know, I believe I'm the best. I think I took out a great opponent to become the champ. Uh, Going into that fight, I know I said on my post fight interview, or after the fight was over, my interview, I said, I was the champ before I walked in, and I meant that. So, yeah, and I don't know about other people, but I mean, I trained like leading up to that fight. I was training like 4 hours a day almost. Like
Yeah.
I'm not really working right now, so like leading up to that fight, I just had nothing but time just to prepare for that fight. So, I was, plus I mean, I know I told you, I drive like almost an hour to get to the gym, so, you know, 6 hours a day, man, like, it's a lot of time.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely is almost a full time job. Let's talk about the gym. So you're training at Wolverine MMA, Wolverine style MMA, Cody Stevens gym, which everyone Ohio. I don't think he needs any introduction to the people in Ohio. But you actually after it was interesting. I think it was after your first fight, which I actually called your first fight in 2021 at Ohio Combat League, and we talked about this the last time. The amount of growth that I've seen from you in each fight after that, because in the first fight you had a tough fight, you faced a really tough wrestler, but you could see the skill level and the talent. And I was like, man, if that guy gets into a legitimate gym, you're going to be scary. And that's exactly what happened. You went and trained under Cody Stevens,
Yeah.
and you're a scary dude now, man. Talk about the gym. And I know it's Cody is definitely well respected in the Ohio MMA community, but you guys now have multiple fighters coming out of your gym as well.
So, yeah, we're just a little gym in Mansfield, just like a regular little mom and pop, MMA gym. Uh, it's a real warehouse gym, man. Like there ain't nothing pretty about it. But since we're such a small group, we're all like really close. You know what I mean? We get the attention we need there. Uh, Cody has time to do extra stuff, with his fighters after after, you know what I mean? He'll put us through like a strength training after like a normal practice and just kind of, just being a good dude to us. I mean, just like really caring about his fighters. So yeah, I mean, I believe Cody's one of the best coaches in Ohio. Lucky to have him. And
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I mean, I showed up at his gym 0-1. You know, now now I'm 5-1. You know what I mean? I'm the number one guy. So I mean, if that just shows what Wolverine's about, then you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean that I think that says it all that there needs to to say, and not just you, but I know you guys have the guy who won the amateur fighter of the year, King and Tackett. You got Nick Walls training out of your gym. You guys have a good little crew coming out of there, and definitely a quality over quantity sort of gym. But you also mentioned prior to the fight that I think you were going up to strong style, getting a little bit of cross training in. Have you been doing that much, or is that like a couple of times, or what? Because I know Cody trains up there as well, and is a coach up there. Have you been up there many times, or just a couple?
Yeah, man. So our gym's small, and So for the leading up to that fight, there wasn't a lot of like our fighters that was like showing up. You know what I mean? Like Canyon's like kind of been gone right now. Nick's been gone. So I was kind of in need of like some smaller, you know what I mean, you know my skill level, type guys. So yeah, I was catching rides with Cody up there, and was getting some good looks. I did that about I went up there probably about twice, and got some good looks in. And yeah, dude, I mean it was a great training camp, man. Going up there and sparring with them guys, you know what I mean? It's not my gym, I don't really know them guys, so it kind of gives me that nervous feeling like how I would have for a fight, like a real fight. So, stuff like that just helps out.
Yeah, it's good to get out of your comfort zone. I'm sure, and that gym has produced, world champion level fighters, and you got to. I think anybody would be a little nervous going in there, but I'm sure, knowing Cody, I don't think he would have put you in there if he didn't think you could handle it, which is pretty cool. So let's talk about where you think the career is going. So you're 23 years old, as we mentioned. You're 5-1, but you won five in a row, and you won. The reason originally I wanted to have you on is because you won the amateur submission of the year last year, but now you're 5-1, amateur submission of the year title. 23. You said you're basically a full time fighter right now.
Yeah.
What's the plan for you? You looking to try to defend the title? You looking to potentially go pro in the near future? Where do you see things shaking out for you?
So I was, I talked, like, me and Cody are really close, and so we talk, and he's well, if you notice, everybody's like going pro. Like if they can get to 5-1, they're like going pro. You know what I mean? They're 6-1, they're going pro. And I mean that's cool and all, but it's like, you go from, three threes to three fives. That's a big jump. I don't think people realize that. Plus, just the level of competition rises, and it's not like, my clock's ticking, but I'm still pretty young, so I think I stay at the amateurs, and I at least try to win a couple more fights. Uh, you know what I mean? Like pros definitely something I want to look at, but no rush, man. I mean,
Yeah.
no rush.
No, that's great. I mean, I feel like that is uh, probably, a lot of times guys do jump into the pro ranks, maybe a little bit too soon, and it's probably a little bit better to be over prepared than under prepared, right? Because everyone that makes it to the pro ranks are high level guys, and there's no easy fights once you get to the pros. But the other thing, I love your nickname, man, the collector. I always love asking people about their nicknames. So I think I know how you got it with all the knee bars and the arm bars and stuff like that. It's the collecting the limbs. But how'd you get that nickname?
Yeah, so yeah, the collector, man. I'm I'm known for being an arm snatcher, uh, you know, a leg snatcher now. I'm just yeah, dude, I'm just a collector of all limbs, dude. I'll try to, and I won't just put you in a submission. I'll try to take it home with me. So
Yeah. Well, when you almost hit that knee bar in the first round, I was like, "Oh, there's amateur submission of the year locked up again." If you hit it, man, because you had a ton of people voting for you when we did the awards. But yeah, man,
yeah, man,
yeah,
I had that. I had it locked in pretty good. I thought I had him. I mean, he has to be feeling that. You know what I mean? It's not like right
yeah. It
now
looked
or something, dude. Because I was cranking it, but I knew he was too tough to like. He wasn't gonna like tap to nothing. Like I kind of started to think, oh, this dude ain't gonna tap to nothing. So I just like let go of it, and went to looking for something else. But
yeah. No, that's a. I mean, that's good too. That's hard for a lot of people to know. I mean, a knee bar is not necessarily going to burn out your arms or anything. But the problem with a knee bar is it's the guy can start punching you in the face.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, the fight was great. I know that it's up on the I think it's on Heart of Ohio Sports YouTube page, and I love that BCM makes the fights free for people to watch if you can't make it out. You fought now 5 times in a row for BCM, and it's not, it's in Mansfield, which is where you train, and pretty close to your home base. What How do you feel about how do you like fighting for BCM?
So, yeah, BCM's cool. No, I would, I fought, all my wins are through BCM. I'm their champion. But I would like to try other places just to just to get my name out with like other groups of people, and with fighting for other promotions and stuff, and get used to fighting somewhere else a little bit. And that's something I'd have to like talk to Cody with, but I know he let Keenan go fight at Cage Thunder. I wouldn't mind going and getting one back for Ohio Combat League. Um, I know I told you, first fight, I lost the unanimous decision. I know I was saying I couldn't have lost to a cooler guy. Shout out to Mason Butler. Uh, uh, you know, it was all for the best, right? I mean, gave me motivation to get where I'm at. But I'd love to go and uh, get a win through Combat League for sure.
Yeah, I know they got some shows coming up, and they're always pretty active. And selfishly, I do commentary for them, so I love doing commentary for your fights, man. So that would be great if you get a fight if you get a fight down for them. And I know they're actually they have the show in Columbus next month, but they actually have a show in Kentucky as well. Coming up in June, which is pretty cool. They're going over just over the border in Newport, Kentucky, so really close to me. But
Are
yeah,
they
man,
doing head kicks? No,
head kicks. You get the weigh in the day before, which is nice too.
cool.
And amateurs for title fights, I think they do 5 3-minute rounds. So it's the same distance as a pro, but you get the 5 3-minute rounds. You get more breaks, but it still is 15 minutes total. So a lot of guys that are pretty close to wanting to go pro, they see if the cardio is there, if they can get a title fight in Kentucky or
Yeah, I think
yeah,
that'd be really smart to try something like that. Or
yeah,
like, B2, there's somebody they're like that, like Kentucky weigh
yep,
in night before.
yeah. But yeah, man, thank you so much again for coming on. Like I said, I know we have it's somewhere out there in the interwebs, the the video and the audio, but we got you on the audio. It sounds great this time.
Yep.
But I want to give you the opportunity, any shout outs, anything like that, man. The stage is yours.
Yeah, just shout out to my team and just my family, and shout out to Tiger Life for making me some shirts for that fight. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, awesome. I gotta get. I did some Tiger Life the last time I was at a Cage Thunder, and I need to get them to sponsor this podcast so I can get some free energy drinks.
Oh
There's a
yeah.
They're good, man. I'm an energy drink junkie.
Yeah, I was too when I was working factories.
Yeah.
I was just like chugging them things all the time.
Yeah, I go and run, and that's what I'm an energy drink or before the gym. So, um,
Oh yeah, you're a
yeah,
runner.
yeah. I'm training for a half marathon. I've done a couple marathons. I'm training for a half right now. So,
Cool. I like to run myself. Nothing like that runner's high, right?
yeah, yeah. The elusive. I think I get like one a year. So, I've
Yeah,
had one in a long time. But yeah, I'm planning on doing another marathon in the fall. So it's just that training in the summer, man. It's like outside in the heat running and 20 miles, 16 mile. It's wild.
yeah, it gets brutal.
Yeah. Um,
Sweat a lot though.
yeah, yeah. It's like you don't have to do the sauna.
Right.
But yeah, man, thank you so much. The Kobe, the collector, Carr-Pierce. Thank you for coming on, man. And the new BCM bantamweight champion. We will be back next week with another episode.
Take it easy, man.